So we're at higher synthesis today, learning about the biowell. I'd just like to show you around my studio. So I'm set up for an event tonight. So you can come to higher synthesis and we'll do a scan using the biowell. So this is our biowell camera here. You can see inside there is a glass and a camera, and so that is going to be capturing the energy, the gas discharge of my fingertip. And I'm going to measure 10 fingers. We'll just set up for a new scan. I'm going to place each finger into the biowell. And I place my finger against the glass, and the biowell sends an electric impulse, like a laser light, to my fingertip. And my finger will respond with light. Just like when you shine a light at a mirror. And so it's going to do a quick check and compare the sizes of my fingers. As you can see, these ones aren't quite matching. And that's just to ensure that I have scanned the right finger. I've got calluses on the tips of my fingers, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. Because I'm a musician. Okay. Just analyse those results. And so from the fingertips, they're the 10 images all at once. And so it's looking for the ring of light that my body responds with. And each of these sectors represents different parts of the body. And so the BioWell software collaborates that information and puts it into this picture, the energy field. And so we can see that I've got strong energy flaring in certain areas, whereas the rest of the image is quite consistent. It's a little bit foggy around here rather than sparkly like the sun. And you can see here that I'm actually speaking. This is quite common when I'm doing scans on myself and I'm speaking at the same time. So we can discover that this area here is the energy that's come from my left thumb. And this is based on the meridians in your body, the energy lines or energy channels in your body. And so from this it will recognize how my energy is balanced, and we can read these as introverted. I'm keeping a lot in my mind to myself at the moment, and doing inner work here, preparing this video for you, whereas the rest of my energy centers are fairly centered. When I've scanned myself in the past, talking about going out to get ready for the day, that I've got to go to town or do things out in the world, quite often these energy centers will be sitting in the extroverted side. And you may have seen some of those results on my page earlier. There are numerous ways that the BioWell can present the information. I actually have additional moderators in my software that allow me to investigate the spine. So we can see that this spine here is actually quite high energy, which could indicate some inflammation or some current healing in the T5. So we can go over here to the T5, the T4, and we can see that's the liver. Is really high energy in my liver. And if we go back to the overall, any that are low, none that are low at the moment. It also runs the energy for our teeth and gives us an overall analysis of the energy that's in our body. I'm very excited to do this. My energy is, I've also had about 3 coffees this evening throughout our event. And this is, I like to look at this as an iridologist would, and how the energy is flowing through your body. Each area around the outside is representing different parts of the body: the cardiovascular system, the thyroid, the jaw, the immune system. And then we can look specifically into those meridian lines. So what part of the body? And if I wanted to do some personal work on acupressure points, this would represent the energy line that an acupuncturist or an acupressure massage would assist to support that area of my body. So, and the other feature that BioWell automatically creates for us is a report that gives us the overview of the scan that we've just done. And that's quite a detailed report. So let's just go back and do another scan. So we like to do a couple of scans. The energy can change from moment to moment. We recommend that when you have a scan, you haven't eaten in the last hour, and that you haven't washed your hands in the last 20 minutes or half an hour. So it only takes a few minutes to do a scan on the fingertips. Unless you're like me and some of your fingertips aren't equally balanced, and we rescan a couple of fingers. Or if your finger isn't quite touching the glass, it might be a clear result. When we do a second scan, then we can compare the two scans. That's the first scan and that's the second scan. Looking at those chakras. This is a really easy way to see. That was the first scan and the second scan. The energy has changed in my body ever so slightly. It's still a good amount of energy. If I was really unwell, we would see either an excessive amount of energy or a very limited amount of energy. I can just demonstrate one of those for you if you like. So here we have a lot of imbalance in the different sizes of the energy centers and missing energy. And when we have a look at that circular energy diagram, you can see that we've got limited energy flowing through certain areas of the body. So we're able to do further scans on the particular area of the body, of the particular finger. So we're looking at the left ring finger represents that part of the body. So if we find any areas in your scans that seem to be excessively flared out or missing, then we want to rescan to see if that result happens again, if there's consistencies or inconsistencies. And we can see the fingerprints weren't responding in that same general wellness. So just having a look at the size of the energy centers again, they're all fairly consistent. Whereas here they're fairly spread out and in different sizes. So I'd love to scan your energy and show you your own personal energetics. And when we do these scans, it also generates a music file that we can use for our own meditations to assist with the vibrational frequencies that support energy flowing through the body. There's a lot of other features of the bio world that are very technical. I'll just do one more scan. So you can, I've got these set up so that I could have 6 or 8 people in the studio today while I was doing a demonstration, and then everybody can come and have their own scan done as a part of the evening. But if you come for a sound therapy, then these bench seats are turned around or pushed together depending on if there's 2 people or more, and we can actually play the instruments attuned to the music that supports your well-being. We also have a range of tuning forks and drums, pianos, violins, guitars. And you're welcome to come and play with the tuning forks yourself. Have a listen to each of them. Put them against your body and see how they feel. If you can feel the vibrations in your own body. What musical notes really resound for you? While I'm looking at the details of your scans and scanning each of you, or just yourself personally, you can come for a personal visit. You can come to one of our events. And if you'd like us to come to your home or your business, we can arrange to scan in your personal setting, your private setting, or at your workplace. I'd love to come to other sound healing events as well in the neighbourhood. So if you're in the Mackay Whitsundays area and you would like to have a certified electrophotonic practitioner at your event, I've taken this with me to the chiropractor, and before I have my chiropractic appointment, I scan myself, have my chiropractic appointment and scan myself again, and the results are just astounding. So if there's any acupuncturists or other holistic practitioners who would like to know the effect of their therapies on the electromagnetic system and energy flow, you can contact Higher Synthesis. And have us at your venue. Thank you for watching. Look forward to hearing from you soon.